When people talk about the early MCU days, The Incredible Hulk from 2008 is usually the one that gets quietly pushed to the side. And honestly, it's kind of a shame because rewatching the movie now, it is actually pretty solid. Let me explain. Now, don't get me wrong, this is probably the weirdest entry into the MCU because it technically counts, but it also kind of feels like it exists in a different universe. Let's start at the top. No Mark Ruffalo as Hulk, it's Edward Norton, who, to be fair, I actually think does a pretty good job with the character, and there's moments where you do truly feel like they are the same character and the same actor. Norton was replaced due to creative differences. We have William Hurt, who plays Thaddeus Ross for many films in the franchise until his unfortunate passing in 2022. A couple years later, Harrison Ford takes over his role. We have Liv Tyler and Tim Blake Nelson, Betty Ross and Samuel Stearns, respectively, who don't make appearances again until they join Harrison Ford in Captain America Brave New World. Oh yeah, and we have Phil Dunphy in this movie.
Phil Dunphy.
So, right off the rip, a franchise that prides itself on connectivity is thrown into shambles for so many different reasons. And because of that, as the years go by and as you continue to move down the MCU, this movie has this strange disconnect when you watch it. It's canon, but it doesn't feel canon in the same way the rest of the MCU truly does. That being said, once you get past that, or if you watched it when it came out, this movie is actually pretty solid, I believe. I really like how it handles Hulk's backstory. Look, we all know it, right? It's also like Spider-Man. We all know it. Instead of retelling the origin story, it jumps right into Bruce being on the run and gives us quick nods to Hulk's history through the opening montage. It's smart. It respects the audience, something I think movies need to do more of, and it lets the movie get going quickly. Also, nods to Hulk's history like the purple pants and the Lou Ferrigno cameo is really appreciated. Look, this version of the Hulk also feels genuinely dangerous. He isn't a joke. He isn't comic relief. When Hulk shows up, things get destroyed. Hulk smash. The action is chaotic in a good way. And the final fight with Abomination is just loud, messy, and exactly what you want from a Hulk film. William Hurt's General Ross is easily one of the strongest parts of this film. You truly buy him as this obsessed, relentless, force-chasing Banner who also maybe loves his daughter on the side. Tim Roth's Abomination works well enough as the villain. He's aggressive and unstable and feels like a real physical threat. But the biggest thing this movie leaves me wanting more of is Betty Ross. Her relationship with Bruce is clearly important here. There's real emotion and real history, and knowing that it basically gets dropped as the credits roll for this movie just feels like a missed opportunity, and it's one of those missed opportunities that Marvel has in the later years, but rarely here. It happened really early on. I don't know if Marvel wanted to not have fans make connections from Edward Norton's Hulk to Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, but it would have been really cool to see more of this dynamic and see how it played out for Hulk. With how big the MCU has become, it's kind of wild that this connection never really gets explored again at all so far. So yeah, The Incredible Hulk might be an odd one out there, but it's not a bad movie. I do think it is the best Hulk movie we've gotten, which isn't saying a lot. It's a solid early MCU entry. It respects Hulk as a character and you as an audience, and it sets up ideas that Marvel just never fully followed through on. If anything, it makes me wish we would have gotten more from this corner of the MCU. But let me know what you think in the comments below. When you decide to rewatch the MCU, do you completely disregard this film, or is it, like I think, one of the best Hulk standalone films we have gotten. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and join the channel as we're trying to grow. Our goal for the end of the year, we've got a long way to go, but we're going to hit 1,000 subscribers here by the end of the year. So anyone that can help out, hit the subscribe button. It's free to you. We would appreciate it. But we thank you for watching today's episode. And now that you've got some time, you can go refill that popcorn bucket.